That's what she does. That's what she does at work. All the time. Got deadlifts today. Throwing some hip thrusts into our normal warm-up routines just to get the glutes and low back a little bit more activated. I just felt a little weak there last week in the low back, so I need to do more low back isolation. But I think something for us to talk about would be just following some form of good nutrition while you exercise. Doesn't have to be super strict or anything, but trying to eat high protein, low garbage, processed foods. I don't know.
Protein, low garbage.
It really doesn't have to be that complicated.
Slogan.
High protein, low garbage. You're putting the work in the gym to get a better health, better physique, whatnot. You have to fuel your body with something that's good for it.
Yeah. I'm not good at eating, so mostly I think mine's like an ADHD issue. Like once I get focused, I get like hyper focused on things. I feel like I just don't eat breakfast. But I will, like on days that we work out like this, because Derek makes it, at least, the breakfast. I think there is something to like intuitive eating. Somebody said that to me at work when I said like, yeah, I don't really eat until I'm hungry or whatever. And they're like, that's an intuitive eater instead of a forgetter eater. But I don't know. I think that, you know, people do all sorts of diets, intermittent fasting and high protein, low carb, like whatever. Like,
and all of that, it's gonna be very person specific.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like it doesn't matter. There's no one superior diet.
Yeah.
For all humans.
Correct. That being said, like, could I do better? Probably, absolutely, you know? But I think what we try to do is keep less or no snacks in our house. Although I make snacks like sourdough chocolate chip cookies.
Or snack. But like during the day, we don't eat like a bunch of like processed snacks.
Yeah, which could potentially contribute to my forgetfulness of eating. Because I like eat.
I eat the same thing for lunch every day.
Yeah, we differ vastly in these things.
So this is what I should eat. Sometimes I forget the cottage cheese. It's sweet potatoes, ground beef, and cottage cheese. You just mix it all in a little bowl and eat it. It's delightful. So it's like really good in protein, good carb sources, creaminess from that cottage cheese is super nice.
I like cottage cheese as a snack with like tomatoes or fruit in it, but I can't eat the same thing every day. It's not a...
I will say it's been like 6-7 months. Now I'm ready to switch it up.
6 or 7 months. It'll take me 3 days to get annoyed with it, so.
But like why I do that is because like I'm so in tune with my body because I know how good my body works on that meal. If like just kind of limits like the things outside of that meal. Like, oh, I know if I eat that, I'm gonna like feel bloated or I'm gonna feel like I'll know I didn't get my protein sources in if I don't eat protein for dinner. I don't track anything.
Yeah.
I just kind of like can go by how my body feels. So intuitive. I think that's like a true intuitive.
Yeah. I'm just naming mine.
Without the forgetful eating. Actually, those hip thrusts felt really good, Sarah.
Yeah, already forgot.
I think I'm just gonna do 2 rounds on the GHG.
Well, yeah, all of that to be said, like, just pick something that you'll be successful at. Again, like, consistency is key. So find a diet that you know that you feel slightly better on. And it's kind of following the basic principles of the ratios of protein, carbs, with some veggies in there, whatever. But consistency is key. So don't pick food that you don't like. Don't like chicken, broccoli, and rice. That probably isn't gonna work for 99% of people. Yeah, so just a food that you enjoy, that you can, doesn't have to be the same thing every day, but like you're probably not going to vary from it too much if you want to be super consistent over time. Because the practicality of eating the same thing every day, you can prep it a week in advance and just eat it all week. If you love to cook and you want to prep all day Sunday, you can have 3 or 4 different things, but consistency. That's what it takes for working out, and that's what it takes for good nutrition too. I mean, I guess they do have like meal prep companies and whatnot that can do it all for you if you can afford that.
That's the key.
But it's not super accessible. Oh yeah. How's the hip thrust feel?
Good. Nice little glute activation.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a little hinge. You will forever see Coach Kate's picture in the background of our warm-up now.
Go to the gym.
Go to the gym.
That's right.
So thanks, Coach Kate.
I mean, look at her legs though. Fucking beast. All of her, obviously, but very agile and strong.
The greatest footage, the best fitness footage of all time. Most awkward thing to get in and out of, but. Ta-da! I feel like we're kind of transitioning in our warm-ups to be a little bit more deadlift specific, but also like, you know, we deadlifted for a couple of weeks. I'm like, oh, that wasn't sufficient. Like our little GHD sit-ups and extensions felt great for squats, but didn't feel as good for deadlifts. So I'm hoping the addition of.
Oh, you didn't feel like you were like.
I didn't feel like I could like finish the deadlift strong.
Lower back.
And my low back felt weak. Yeah. So a little bit of glute activation, and then my low back felt weak.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, stay tuned, as I load up the bar, I'll feel a little bit lighter. Or it's not as sketchy, I guess.
We like non-sketchy.
Non-sketchy is good. I'm gonna do one more here, and then start loading my bar. No, I think I'm gonna wrist wrap anyway. I just decided like, I'm just gonna wrist wrap as I get heavier, because training back, not grip. So I think it's silly to not wrist wrap things when you're maxing out. I mean, I understand like you can't like hold on to the true strength thing. Sure, I'm trying to PR my deadlift, not be limited by my grip, you know? Because in general, I'm not actually PRing today.
Protein drinks. I don't like them. They make my tummy hurt.
Yeah, I think.
Like whey, especially. I don't know.
Yeah, I think protein drinks, they were really, really popular, like, you know, in like the 2010s, maybe even before that, but like that's when I was getting into weightlifting pretty consistently. But they really blew up and they became like ultra processed. Like some of the top brands that were used, like in my earlier days of lifting and even all the way through till now, the top brands have high amounts of lead in them. I'm not saying all proteins have lead in them.
But is protein considered a supplement and it's just not regulated? Is that like, how the fuck does lead?
I don't, this isn't my.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know the expertise on it, but.
Talk to a nutritionist.
Yeah, I don't think that they're as regulated as they should be. But all that being said, if you can find like a more natural-based protein powder, not going to taste nearly as good as some of the ones with lead in them, but.
Lead is delicious. I think I tried it for a bit when you, like earlier on. It always made my tummy hurt, and I was always chugging it because it tasted.
Right. So yeah, like what I was saying, if you can find a natural one that doesn't cause like GI discomfort, because like if you're in chronic GI discomfort, your body isn't gonna heal.
As inflammation.
Exactly.
So you're not even getting the benefit out of it.
Not maximally.
Yeah.
You're probably not uptaking it enough. You're just uncomfortable. So yeah, there's no point. Like I'd rather like miss that, whatever protein I'm getting from that, rather than being inflamed all the time. But if you can find one that doesn't inflame you, then you can get more protein in, theoretically. That's better than none, but I feel like a lot of people are just trying to get their protein sources from meat and just whole foods. Just not as accessible, unfortunately, in the modern day world.
Yeah.
Because everything's so expensive.
Our morning breakfasts are like either breakfast bowls with like frozen, like tater tots and chicken nuggets. We try to get like nicer frozen chicken
We were
nuggets.
doing bacon for a while.
We were doing bacon for a while. And eggs.
It's so freaking good, guys.
And sometimes we like, so sometimes we make them into a breakfast burrito and sometimes we eat them as bowls.
So good.
But like, that feels pretty accessible to me. It's like,
It's more, yeah, and it's not perfect.
no.
And we recognize that. Yeah, we're having tater tots, but it's potatoes. Like, I don't mean, maybe I'll look on the back of the bag later.
It's probably not the highest of,
Probably not the best, but better than like not eating it at all.
right? It's calories in, I guess.
Yeah. And then we eat pretty well, like outside of that. So it's just like knowing your limits around the processed foods that you're eating. Like if we were eating processed foods all day, then those tater tots would probably not do well in our bodies. But
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think food is such a tough topic because of the accessibility issue. It's not necessarily even just accessibility to a grocery store that has Whole Foods. It's accessibility to a car to be able to bring groceries home, you know,
Right.
especially if you're trying to buy in bulk and make it like an economical thing, right? Like
yeah,
your PCP is not, if you have a PCP, is not advising you on what your body like accepts well or doesn't, right? They're telling you to go to a GI doc or, so there's just like,
yeah, lots of barriers.
yeah, which I like appreciate, you know, influencers or folks online that are trying to make it more accessible by like,
Yeah,
you know, educating at least what they understand or what they
Right.
know, or even nutritionists that are doing it.
Yeah,
But
like on that note though too, like the nutrition world has been catastrophized for 5-10 years on social media. Like I think like the people who are just now trying to make it real, that's like recent in the last year, maybe 2. Outside of that, it's like, oh, try this new fad diet. This is the next fix. This blah, blah, blah. Let's go and get you jacked. Lose 60 pounds in 60 days. Like that's what we've been dealing with for 15, 20 years. So like coming out of that is really hard.
yeah, for sure.
And I think that's the space we're in now, is trying to like, wait a second, none of that makes sense for me. Like I've tried all of those things, it doesn't work. You're right, it might not have.
It might not, yeah. They even have studies on like your ability to digest food is it's different based on your blood type,
Right.
right? So there's just so much potential, but I think there's also a lack of trust in our actual food systems,
Which makes sense.
which is also very valid. So food is hard. Food is really hard.
Deadlift's the coolest lift from a nerdy perspective because it uses pretty much every muscle in your body. So you get a lot of like muscle stimulation, very functional. We pick things up, set them back down all the time. What's your non-nerdy perspective on why the deadlift's the coolest lift?
I'm good at them.
She's good at them.
I think it's like any lower body in general. Yeah, I don't know. I think that it's something that's pretty accessible once you learn the hinge. Like, I think it was the easiest lift for me to learn. And yeah, I think you can go up in weight a lot easier than like any upper body, even squats too, because squats feel like a little less like stable. This feels more stable. You're pushing into the ground. It's a very like normal movement that you do all the time, right? Lifting things. So where squats, like people bend over before they squat down generally. So
Yeah, I mean, so it was easier for you to learn, but it's probably one of the hardest lifts to teach general population. Because like everyone's hip flexors are so tight, so nobody can hinge properly. So it is deadlift because of bad reputation because
people get hurt.
a lot of people tweak their back and then they'll go to the doctor, hurt my back doing deadlifts. Well, stop doing deadlifts. Oh, okay. Let me stop picking things up in life too. Like, well, that's an easy thing.
It's like with anything, right? Like I think ego comes into it too. Like people, when they're deadlifting and they tweak their back, they're deadlifting something that is way too heavy for their form.
Sure.
Right? Like it's being really intentional about like increasing weight as you perfect your form.
Right. And if you change your form, you gotta drop
back
way
down.
back down. Because like, you nailed it. Like form doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as your progression has to match it. Otherwise, I can deadlift with a more rounded back, but I can't deadlift 315 with a more rounded back.
Right.
I could deadlift 135 like that. And all of that's going to strengthen various different tissue types. We want to say like true deadlift, then yeah, just once you get your form, slowly progress that.
Right. Yeah, and sometimes people don't even know if their form is correct or not, right? Which is the intention here, is to kind of help to teach.
Trainers will push their clients like a little too fast, and we train everything in 4-week, 8-week, 16-week blocks. Like, and people put unrealistic goals at the end of those blocks. Like, I'm gonna in 8 weeks, I'm gonna increase my deadlift by 50, 60 pounds. Like, okay, maybe if you were a perfect student throughout that program, maybe that works. Your nutrition was on point, sleep was on point, you progressed everything perfectly, you recovered well. But most people are gonna miss a workout here and there. They're not getting their recovery. They're needing to go off their diet for whatever life reason. Yeah, you probably shouldn't still hit that written down goal of that 50, 60 pound PR you're gonna go for when you only did 35, 40 pounds of work. Because that's when I see people get hurt a lot.
It's like being intuitive.
Yeah, which takes time, and in truth, takes getting hurt to understand.
Right.
I feel like we as humans, we need to experience things before we actually learn anything.
And trainers really should be looking out for people's form breaking, right?
Right. Not just standing there watching them do something, correcting their form as they go.
Right.
Within reason.
Injury.
Within reason.
Right. So not saying, well, the paper says we need to go, this was our goal, let's ratchet it up.
Reps, we're feeling better. So 315 for 8. Felt good. She's using a 35-pound bar, so we were just doing barbell math.
It's good for the brain.
Yeah.
Barbell math.
It is. I will say.
Pretty challenging math, to be honest. I don't like it.
It is-ish.
I guess if I really apply myself.
I think what's hard, because I think barbell math is foundational when you're just adding 45s and 25s. So that's how my brain works. It's
right.
I know one place 135, 2 places 225.
Oh yeah, so you're not doing that.
But if I want 135, 25, it's 185. Yeah, I just have it memorized.
Yeah.
So I'm not actually thinking.
Not actually doing that.
Once you get into, I think for whatever reason, it's the 275. You hit 275 and you start mixing in the plates. It's what's happening? That is too many changes now. And you cross 300, you're like, how does that work?
Yeah. Right. I mean,
if you're doing plate increments, then stays the same, but
right.
Not a lot of people are doing plate increments after 315. Besides power lifters and stuff, whatever. Good for you guys.
Them. Oh, goodness.
But felt much stronger than it did last week. I remember this weight felt a little wonky in the back. I was just extending my back too much at the bottom. So then it just literally forces me into flexion, and then I'm just unstable in that transition. So now I'm just literally tight in my core. My lumbar slightly flexes. I'm yanking it off the ground, and it feels really strong.
I think this is what's hard about getting Gen Pop to want to work out, because anytime you talk to somebody who does work out regularly, they're talking about, oh, this hurts, that hurts, my, whatever. And that gets into the conversation about what is actual pain versus what is soreness. I think people are afraid of that. If these people who understand working out, right, are always feeling something in their body or complaining about something that's tight or whatever, why would I do that? I know the tightness that my body has without doing those kind of exercises.
So a lot of people don't know the tightnesses that their body has.
Well, that's true.
Because I'll ask somebody, does this feel tight to you? As I'm poking it? They're like, nope, that's just how I live. I'm like, this is a rock. This is far from what your body should be able to do as.
Right.
But it's part of the toxic gym culture, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Because those people shouldn't be bragging about their injuries. They shouldn't be, oh, my shoulder's fucked. Because their shoulder isn't fucked from the gym. It's fucked from them swinging a hammer all day, or them sitting at a desk in terrible postures, why they always throw their back out. And then they go into the gym, don't load things appropriately.
Right.
So it's like, it really does like cause things.
Yeah.
It doesn't like make it better for what you're trying to say.
Right.
It's still a barrier, but like those people are just not representing the gym culture in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, and that's like, we've talked about this, like, it's not very accessible or welcoming or things like that.
Sure.
Scary, you know,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. It's just another thing,
It's just another
you know,
thing.
like,
Yeah, it's just another thing.
and I understand the psychology behind that. Like, why would I do that?
You're right. But also, like, a lot of times for me, like, those are the same people that are throwing their back out once to twice a year.
Right. Just
I'm like, well, if you,
shoveling their
right,
driveway.
bending over to pick up the laundry basket. It's like, well, this is how you prevent those.
Right.
So it's just like, I get one injury a year, maybe I tweak something in the gym, or I get 3 to 4 unexpected injuries in a year.
which increases the longer you are sedentary, right? Like, the likelihood of that happening.
Yep.
And that gets to your frustration with people being like, well, I'm just getting older. No, you're 35. It
Right.
should not be hard to do
Yes.
this. Or like, you're 45 even. Like, it shouldn't be hard to do this.
Right.
Like, it's not just age, but that is, our system wants us to be reliant on them, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, working out's a form of resistance.
Power to the
It
people.
truly is. It truly is. So wrap up. We got deadlifts in today. A couple new accessory things, but just a good workout overall. Looks like Snowmageddon's coming in.
Yes.
You got anything, closing words, Sarah?
It's MLK Day right now. I know we're not supposed to necessarily,
Just a timestamp it.
but yeah, I think that it just feels especially relevant going through what we're going through right now in our country in this state of unrest. Realizing that we should stand up for what's good and what's right for all people is really important, and that's to me what he really stood for. That doesn't necessarily mean no resistance, right? Like, we should be fighting for our country. We should be fighting for America. So just keeping that in my heart right now, that suffering shouldn't have a place anywhere.
Right.
So happy MLK Day,
Oh.
an inspiration to us all. Go get some deadlifts in.
Yeah.
He was jacked. We don't know.
Be consistent.
Spirit was.
We have pictures.
There were pictures. Okay, bye.